morning, angels. So this little good morning and hello is on the move because I'm joined by Howard beside me. We are about to jump on the Eurostar because we are on our way to Paris. So I will see you little bits and bobs in between, show you the car if you've never been on it before. We're in car 14 for reference if you're really looking for the exact experience. But we will see you in Paris.
Please take a moment to check that you have all your personal items with you. Red.
Hello and welcome to Paris. We are staying at Jardin de Faubourg. I hope I'm saying that somewhat familiar to what the actual name is. I took a bunch of B-roll of the room, so I'm just gonna do a little voiceover because I know it will be so much smoother. But first reactions, this room is absolutely insanely gorgeous. While we go through that, I'm gonna do a little outfit change and we are off to explore Paris for the first time ever. Scotty, first reactions of the room.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it. The view, you'll see the view. It's amazing.
It's stunning. As you can tell right off the bat, this is a stunning room. I remember stalking this hotel online before we actually showed up, and I was just so impressed with all of the features, and it did not disappoint in person. The artwork, the textiles, the color, the feel of the room, the way that it faces the street so that you can have a beautiful street view. I'll show you a couple more scenes of that in a moment's time. But I also want to show you the bathroom because there are so many luxe features in here, including a rain shower, which we loved, and the minibar was also outfitted quite well. Downstairs you'll also find a Shiseido spa, a gym, a pool which was so stunning, and it is just in the most central area, walking distance from everything. Scotty and I have officially signed in and we are off to explore. I'm changed, he's freshened, and these stairs are incredible. I can't wait to show you them later, but we're in a bit of a rush meeting up with Howard and Bertrand.
One of the most beautiful embassies in
We have just arrived in the Place Vendôme, and in here you can see the statue. It is made out of bronze, and on top of the statue is Napoleon. This is made out of all of the cannons of Napoleon's enemies, which I find so cool. And in the square what you'll find all around are all these name brands, and they are all jewelry makers and all of that. Even Dior and Chanel have their own jewelry in here. And yeah, this is the place to come in Paris if you were looking for something very, very special. We have just arrived at Theatre de Rond-Point, and we are about to go see a show. I believe it is a dance, and I think it's also called Dystopia. I obviously won't be able to film in there, but nonetheless a really fun thing to do when we first arrive, just to take in extra culture and then see all the sights tomorrow. So this performance was basically a commentary on masculinity and the way that it's perceived in the media and in society, and it was so entertaining. Though it was all in French and Scotty and I couldn't fully understand it, we really did enjoy it. So that show was very, very fun. We are now heading to Jardin via two of the underground.
There's several that tickled my fancy. For this one, I'm probably gonna do the chorizo one. Sounds yummy.
Merci.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning from Paris. We are officially in our first full day in Paris. Scotty and I just went to breakfast. Here's a little clip from that. Good morning and bonjour from Paris. Scotty and I are having our breakfast. We are at the hotel and it's a little buffet that you can get included with your room, but not your regular continental breakfast. And they will also make eggs for you and pancakes and crepe and all of that. We have this morning on all to ourselves, so we are going to be out and about exploring, and then in the afternoon we're going to meet up with Howard and Bertrand. They're going to take a little lie-in and relax for the morning and maybe take a sauna. So we are off to see so many sights that we saw last night, but now in the daytime. I had to be extra quiet because I didn't want to disturb any other guests in the hotel, obviously. Scotty just opened up the window and you can hear the beautiful sounds of construction on the streets of Paris. We have such a full day planned. This is the favorite outfit that I've planned for the wow, I am so sorry. My battery died in the middle of that spiel. But nonetheless, this is my favorite outfit of this entire trip. I'm wearing my little Sophie Schnur boots, Sheer-Tex leggings. These are shorts as well as a turtleneck from Holland Cooper, a Celine belt that we purchased yesterday. It was so exciting. And some little hoops from Pilgrim. Scotty and I are off. We're gonna get set and sorted, grab our coat. We are officially hydrated, caffeinated, and fed, and ready to explore the streets of Paris. Just us two today. Scotty and I have gotten our first objective shot of the day. We stopped at Cafe Kitsune, and now we've also gotten a shot with the classic green chairs by the fountain. I'm going to be writing a blog post about the most Instagrammable places to go as well on my TikTok, so be sure to follow. I will tag them right here. Arrived back at the hotel. We decided to get lunch here as well. We would love to be able to go to different cafes and all of these different things, but we're kind of on a time crunch, so we decided to just get some lunch in the hotel, change quickly, take a tiny little rest, just basically sit, and then we are meeting up with Howard and Bertrand later, and it sounds like we're going to do some amazing things in the fashion district, more of the fashion district, as well as by some of the bridges, so it should be absolutely stunning. This morning, as you could see from all of the B-roll, so many beautiful places that we were. But yeah, we'll keep calm, carry on. We are both so hungry. So I will show you more after lunch, and we're gonna film a little outfit change for Reels and TikTok. So honestly, the content has not stopped, and I'm really excited to roll all of this out as we keep going. If you're looking for a beautiful bridge to come to take photos, you have the view of the Eiffel Tower in the background, just the top there. It's actually much closer looking in real life. But there are tons of people taking photos and enjoying. This is Pont Neuf. Pont Neuf. If you can actually take the metro right here because the metro station is right behind us, so it's very easy to travel here. Pont Neuf. Pont Neuf. So this is Louis Vuitton headquarters, and we are going into the newest LVMH department store. So good. Oh, these are so cool too. So we are currently in La Samaritaine, which is the newest department store for LVMH, and they have set up for Christmas, and there are so many places to come and shop. So if you yourself have a big shopping on your plans for coming to Paris, this La Samaritaine has to be on your list. To say that this mall was incredible was honestly an understatement. Every single floor held something different, whether it be menswear, home, women's, and then right on the top, they also had some restaurants and cafes. It was honestly just stunning in aesthetic, the mall itself, and the fact that it was dressed up for Christmas kind of gave us that extra push for beauty. And then we went up this incredible elevator. So attached to La Samaritaine is Cheval Blanc, and that is a hotel, and in this elevator it literally gives you a view of Paris, which was so cool. Sorry for the fast turnaround. And Les Toutes Paris is as well a restaurant on the top. Highly recommend going here for the view and for the food. We're actually going to do that a little bit later in our days here at Paris, so you'll actually get to see what the food is like there. It is a premium experience. And then we just wandered around Paris, saw so many beautiful streets, and went to this very, very cute, very unique gift shop. And Howard and Bertrand were the ultimate tour guides on this little wander-about. Scotty and I came back for the tiniest little recharge, just a little hour of putting our feet up and calling our parents. And now we are heading to this place. It's called La Coupole or Les Coupoles. I think it's Les. And it is actually right across from the place that we grabbed a drink that you may have seen in the last shot. So after a shower, Scotty's feeling a little more refreshed. Our feet are killing us. Quite a lot of walking today, but we're going to try to catch an Uber or a cab just to be a little bit sympathetic to them and then have dinner with Howard and Bertrand. But besides that, might get a couple of shots of dinner, but I will see you tomorrow morning if I don't. Just popping in with a very quick voiceover once again. La Coupole was such an experience. This restaurant seats so many people, and they also do a very special thing. If it is your birthday, everyone starts to cheer and everyone starts to sing, and you'll see scenes from that. But it was Halloween night, so Howard also showed off a very appropriate costume, a little bit of bedazzle for tonight, and we just had the best time. Highly recommend coming to this restaurant. It was truly an experience. Good morning, everyone. Bumpin' at breakfast. Good morning, everyone. Scotty and I are on the move, baby. We got up for sunrise today. Well, we got up to have breakfast at sunrise today, and we are now on the move. I think it's around 8:20 a.m., which means at home it's around 3:20, but we are walking to the Louvre to capture some photos outside the pyramid before people get there, because the Louvre actually opens at 9 a.m. So the difference between even getting there at 9 versus 10 is crazy. So we are hoping to get there for around 8:40, which will be wonderful. And then we're going to capture a
Have you ever heard of it?
Uber.
It's called the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my god, guys got jokes this morning. Then we're going to catch an Uber, which we're going to take to the Eiffel Tower, which is so exciting because that's actually the first time that we're going to be down there, and Scotty is helping me avoid any high ankle sprains right now. So I'm going to love ya, leave ya, and we'll see you at all of these iconic places in Paris.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time.
So this is something to note, guys. If you want to get the shot or you want to enjoy things for a second, like, you might not even be interested in photography, but if you want to just sit down and really take in a place, get up early, because there is no one here. Like, literally dribs and drabs of people everywhere, and it is so peaceful. This is your call to go to bed a little earlier on vacation so you can take this in.
All things must pass, But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, no, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, no, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up, no.
So we are now at the base of the Eiffel Tower. And already there are people out and about taking photos, but I can't even imagine how busy this is gonna be in even just a couple of hours. Here is called Rue de la Université, and it is the perfect image of the Eiffel Tower in the back. However, even coming early, there are still so many people here, so you just have to pack a cute outfit, pack your camera, and pack your patience to get a good shot. We just had you guys in Rue de la Université, like we said earlier, and then we walked down the street, and quite literally, no one there. Great view of the Eiffel Tower, you get the top of it, and Scotty just looks down the street and is like, oh, we should just get a shot here. So I guess that's a good point too whenever you're traveling, and especially in Paris, everything is so beautiful that if you have a spot and there's tons of people, just walk around and see if there's another one that maybe is a little less advertised. Good point, Scotty.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
We are gonna stop at this place. It's called La Haie, and it is right down the street pretty much from the Eiffel Tower. It is right at the base there, and a lot of people come here specifically to pick up flowers for their shots. They have a bunch of roses there waiting for tourists.
The future is bright.
One of the best parts about being in Paris was just giving yourself the opportunity to walk around and view different neighborhoods and the streets, and to kind of just jump into a cafe or a local business. And this was one of our favorite afternoons/mornings here because this deal was so fun. It was a juice as well as a coffee and a pastry, which was the perfect pick-me-up after our Eiffel Tower first stop. And then we ended up walking to Pont Alexander III, and this bridge is definitely famous. You can see Pegasus on the top there, and the gold details were stunning. Definitely something you have to see.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it.
We have gone to the room, freshened up, and it is now 3 o'clock. We just had, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Look, I think they're choreographing a dance or something through the arcade. Good idea. So we just had lunch at a tiny cafe just close to our hotel, and now we are going to be heading to, oh, I'm trying to think of the name.
It has a percentage in it. We're going to that one. It's the percentage coffee. We'll show you.
Yes, we're going to pick up some coffee, and then we're going to get a really good shot of the Eiffel Tower because we went in the morning, as you saw, but the light was so harsh, and we're actually going to be across the river, which if you are looking to get a really good shot of the Eiffel Tower, I've heard this is the place to be because you're far enough away, and it is such a large structure. You can actually get the whole thing and yourself, and maybe your honey in the shot along with it. Plus, I gotta show you this. We are walking down these streets. It is so beautiful, and Christmas has officially arrived. There's Christmas trees being put up right now, and lights, and every courtyard is truly a treat. I want to explain this cafe a little bit further. So at the top of Off-White, this cafe is here. It's called the Ice Cold Cafe. It was so incredibly cool and definitely a hidden gem. Scotty found this one, so shout out to him. I had the best matcha latte I've ever had, and Scotty can also attest he had the best coffee. I think he had a latte as well that he's ever had. If you go to Trocadero Gardens, which is right across from the Eiffel Tower, they are doing some construction, but you can still get some incredible views just off to the side. You just may need to wait that extra second to get your own photo moment.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my high.
That night we ended up going to a restaurant that was very authentic French. Like as soon as they read off everything on the menu, at first I didn't know what to order. Scotty ended up getting a blood sausage and I think I had some sort of fish. I think I had a tuna dish, but their creme brulee was incredible and we also got appetizers, and this was just such a fun experience to push you outside of your comfort zone, and it was truly such a vibe in there. Highly recommend going and having an authentic French meal when in Paris.
Good morning, our last day in Paris, and we have a lunch planned, but behind me is the Arc de Triomphe, and Scotty and I have come here in the morning just to take some quick shots, as obviously this is one of the things you definitely have to do when you come to Paris. Sorry, when you come to Paris, it's probably quite loud. You can actually go up, and to get to kind of where it is, if you want to be right under it, you have to go under the road because look at all of this traffic. Scotty and I have officially packed up. We had our morning out and we are now heading to lunch.
This was our last meal in Paris. It was a lunch. We had just checked out of our hotel and put our luggage downstairs back to Le Tout Paris, which is again attached to Le Samaritain. Look at the vibes in here, so stunning, and the food, you guys. I mean, this wasn't a cheap experience, but honestly, one of the best meals I think I've ever had in my entire life. So if you are looking for views, incredible service, and incredible food, book in at Le Tout Paris. And then you'll be able to head on over to Le Samaritain once you are full and ready for some shopping.
After that, we are catching the train back to London. So be sure to subscribe for part 3 of this trip. It will be London part 2. We're going to be doing all these things that we haven't done yet in part 1. But I will bid you adieu with this beautiful balcony, and thank you, Paris, for giving us just the most wonderful experience in your city for the very first time. It most certainly won't be our last. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I hope you didn't mind a bunch of iPhone videos as well as photos packed in there. And on my blog, amandaweldon.com, I'm going to put our itinerary, things that we did, extra photos, and of course the best of the best on Instagram. So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bon voyage!